We're a science channel covering overlooked academic studies. Subscribe, we're glad you're here. The Amazon is burning. You've probably seen it on the news. This map shows all of the individual fires right now. Conservationists blame Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro for encouraging farmers to clear the land. He recently fired the head of the country's space agency over data that shows deforestation is up 40% in a year. He called the report a lie, even though it's based on high-resolution satellite images. We need to ask, what if we lose the entire Amazon rainforest? A 2014 study from the University of Virginia has some answers. It's 5 years old now, but remains the most comprehensive theory of what will happen after deforestation. The moist, thick tree cover that exists around the equator is a key part of Earth's climate system. Right now, rainforests convert water in the soil into moisture in the air. This cools the atmosphere above. With no rainforest, local air temperatures will increase. According to the scientists, this will generate hot, upward-moving air masses that will cause ripples in the upper atmosphere. These ripples will disturb weather in other areas of the world, similar to how an underwater earthquake creates far-reaching waves. Here's the punchline. Models show a complete loss of the Amazon will reduce rainfall in the U.S. Midwest and Northwest during the height of farming season. Key agricultural zones in France will also see their planting months shrink, and deforestation is already having an impact locally. Areas where the Amazon has been destroyed experience their wet season 2 weeks behind schedule. Scientists estimate if the entire Amazon is lost, pasture productivity will drop 30% in Brazil and surrounding countries. Soy yields will fall 25 to 60%. Here's a quote from the leading author. It turns out that removing forests alter moisture and airflow, leading to changes, from fluctuating rainfall patterns to rises in temperatures that are just as hazardous as climate change and happen right away. A world with no Amazon would also increase our average global temperature and make it harder for UN goals to be met. Rainforests are often called the lungs of the earth, but Dr. Lawrence explains they're more like sweat glands. They give off moisture, which helps keep the planet cool. With no tropical forests, Earth's temperature is projected to rise by an additional 0.7 degrees Celsius. Scientists estimate that amount of heating would be linked to complete loss of the remaining Amazon and forests in Africa and Southeast Asia. Africa has lost nearly 20% of its rainforests, while areas in Southeast Asia are down 40%. Vietnam has lost nearly half of its rainforest cover, mainly for booming furniture exports. U.S. consumers are the biggest buyers of Vietnamese furniture. A main driver of Brazilian deforestation, on the other hand, is pasture room for cattle. Beef from these farms is used by fast food companies around the world. If this all sounds like too much, it is. Take a deep breath and realize we may still have time to save what's left, but the climate system is complex and there are many variables. 17% of the Amazon rainforest has been destroyed since 1970. This study suggests deforestation there must be held under 30% to avoid a tipping point. Anything beyond that is projected to cause a chain reaction where the remaining Amazon would convert into savannas. The scientists warn a much lower tipping point could exist if forest loss occurs in coastal areas. These regions transport moisture from the ocean inland, so the priority should be the coast first. The point of this research is simple. What happens in Brazil won't stay in Brazil. Share it with someone who cares about our future.